In a world by which everything else was made more technical in order to keep our lives easy, it had actually brought us more complications and barriers. The gift of social media, which purpose is to anchor us with information that would lead us to advance through the means of proper education during these difficult times, has instead developed so much confusions and doubts to many of us, both young and old. Our connections continue to confront us with trends of cancel culture and fake news. The 2-year experience that we had of merely looking at each other through the computer monitors, you would probably agree, at least in our own standard, was not quite the best academic years for many of us. Though DNA education trained us to be prompt, we were also skilled to be companionable, neighborly, and cordial. We did miss all that because of obvious deadlocks along the way. Ironically, this global pandemic crisis parted us during the times when we needed each other the most. But today is a remarkable moment. Finally, we have come face to face. Dr. Leonila D. Sese, our school head, Engineer Antonio D. Sese, our administrative head, Dr. Milagros de la Cruz, our school principal, Mrs. Marita M. Sistina, our grade 6 level leader, our subject area coordinators, our beloved teachers, dear parents, my fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, what an awesome relief and great delight to once again be with all of you, as close and personal. Good morning. There are 2 essential hobbies which I believe I have evolved from recently. These are reading books and listening to music. A certain line from one of my favorite songs, which perhaps you would even find it odd that I listen to this type of genre, said, "Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality." For some time, these are the same questions that stuck into my head. And I would assume most of you came across through this some sort of self-examination as well. All these so-called bohemian rhapsodies in our heads are our very own lullabies in times of uncertainty, when the future seems dull and dark. The sad reality from which we cannot escape from, and how we play it up and wish will all be just a fantasy. The lesson of this pandemic crisis worldwide led us to the lone truth that no title or status in life is perpetual and everlasting. I am not ashamed to admit that just like most of my fellow graduates here in particular, I have also suffered from grief, isolation, and loneliness during the height of the pandemic. Aside from all the existing problems, many of us also need to cope with the academic challenges that were set before us, yet doubtful if if there would even be a future waiting for us. At one point, and you may even find it funny, I already wanted to be 18 or over, so I could get vaccinated at once and roam free, get back to school and listen to the banters of my classmates, as if it was that easy. Good thing, my love for reading somehow saved me from a total downfall. Harper Lee, a great author, opened my eyes to see the actual world with so much understanding. He clearly explained how different people think and that we should never put prejudice on anyone. His thoughts on impartiality and fair play made me realize that this is all we need in our society today that is filled with so much hatred and hostilities. The title of the book? To Kill a Mockingbird. Am I too advanced a reader? Well, we all must be. After all, our world is already fast-paced. Allow me at this point in time to dedicate these humble achievements to my beloved family. To my mom, who always chooses to stay focused as a loving wife and mother. Mom, all these decker of accomplishments that I have received today are made more meaningful because of all the encouragements and words of inspiration that you have showered upon me since day one. To my dad, whose persevering spirit through the years bind us together not just as a strong family, but a team. Dad, I have learned a lot from you on the value of righteousness, which to you is paramount than all these honors combined. Rest assured that I will always carry with me this important lesson, which both you and Mom had taught us, your children, to do the right thing even if no one is looking. Integrity, that is. To my partners not in crime, but all alive, my siblings, Kuya Jed and Ate, thank you for all the love and concerns that you never failed to offer me that led me to these bountiful blessings. These graces are yours as well. I also would not want to miss this opportunity to acknowledge all the school friends I made along the way. Eunice, Shane, Sophie, David, Cheska, Lara, Shelby, Akisha, Dylan, George, and Sophia Island. Thank you for being there when I needed support before and during COVID-19. You gave me hope when I was at my lowest. I really owe each of you with so much gratitude, and I am looking forward to hopefully meet up with you this summer break more and more. And to the unsung heroes, our grade school teachers, you just know who you are. Thank you for having paved the way into giving us the confidence to get out of our comfort zones when we were most vulnerable. We couldn't have made it in this time of extraordinary pandemic school system if not for your conduct of governance and parenting guidelines. We say, humayo po kayo at magparami. Frontliners like you are all that we need in a place where unconditional love for service seems running short and dry. This time, may I request my dear batchmates to please rise. and face our dear parents and guardians. Let us offer them a well-deserved, resounding applause. You may now be seated. You are indeed the very pillars of our very young lives, who during the very crucial global pandemic situation declined to be weak and chose to take power over adversities. You never gave up in giving us the warranty of education in the midst of economic hassles, bringing food on the table, and guaranteeing the safety and security of our homes and well-beings. And ahead of them all, you are able to understand fully that the duties of our teachers are truly tough and heavy, but one with yours as you build a more cooperative working relationship with them through online schooling. A million thanks to you from the bottom of our hearts. Finally, to my fellow graduates, the theme of our graduation is pure and simple. Graduate ng K-12, masigasig sa mga pangarap at matatag sa mga pagsubok. It calls for our continuing perseverance to dream by being steadfast in confronting life's boldest challenges. To most of you who are K-pop fanatics, we can draw a bit of imagination. Let us learn from the gravity of discipline that these young artists need to defy in order to reach their own stars. To be able to get wherever we wanted to be. There may be bumps and blows, but always remember that victories are sweeter when we sweat out to win them. A certain influencer, Rainer Maria Rilke, once remarked, "The future enters into us in order to transform itself in us long before it happens." Readiness is important. My dad used to tell me that acknowledgement from a work well done isn't always necessary. The act of doing the right thing, according to him, is a prize in itself. Let us practice building the genuine characters while we are young, and we shall never go wrong as we aspire for greater dreams. 2 days from now, our elders shall again be given this great opportunity to address the fate of our country. We have become living witnesses how relationships were shaken by differences of beliefs and political colors. Again, how I wish to be 18 or over, just so to participate and make a stand. But I just know that it isn't possibly easy. The least that young people like me can do is to pray and hope for a peaceful, conscientious, and honest elections. As you cast your ballots on May 9, think about not just us, your children, but the dreams that we have all been dreaming for the nation. May God bless the Philippines. In parting, let me say, thank you, Divine Light Academy. Stay safe, everyone, and cheers for our lives well preserved. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Congratulations to us